with this strong, solid, concrete masculine energy. So that is how relationship mostly, like the masculine, feminine, diaspora, like not diaspora, the masculine, feminine, that polarity or that duality, that is how it works in relationships. Is a feminine person is looking for a masculine person so that they can blend their energy and become like a masculine feminine duo, like how the electrons circulate the neutron of an atom, basically, or how the planets, whatever. Like we can go like that's some deep level stuff. Like but we have to focus on like the relationship topic here. So that is one thing why like relationships fail, because as a man you are not masculine enough. But I want to really go and like give you another perspective on the whole situation, which I frankly believe like these things are not being discussed enough on the internet. So like regardless of the whole masculine and feminine and male female psychology, regardless of psychology, if we look above psychology, if we try to approach beyond psychology and go beyond psychology here, we have to understand that we human beings. So right now, Western media believes that psychology, or rather what I see on the internet today, is people believing that when it comes to relationships and why they fail and how to make it work, it's all about psychology. So the coaches are teaching men how to master their masculinity, their male psychology, and they're teaching men about female psychology so that they can understand female psychology and accordingly change their personality, kind of like a salesman, kind of like salesman. It's kind of like a sales training, like how you can understand the female psychology and how you can tap into that psychology so that you can like benefit from that whole situation. It's kind of like how the teaching right now is on the internet, on YouTube, especially like when the coaches teach men, which is all good. That's nice because yeah, obviously if you're a slob, then no woman will be attracted to you. You have to be a strong, independent man, and frankly speaking, yeah, or women are attracted to strong, independent men. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Yeah, that's true. But we have to really understand, like as a society and as people in general. So what I see, like the discussions and the teachings are lacking mostly is that we are really, really unconsciously dividing our consciousness into this. We are dividing the human consciousness into this male and female polarity unconsciously. Because men are men and women are women. I get that, and like no disrespect to other genders, because there are many other genders that people identify with. But mostly, like, because of this video and in order to, because it's already such a complicated topic, so we have to really because of the sake of the discussion, we have to take these two genders into account, the male and the female. So when it comes to these teachings, like why men are failing to attract women, mostly the issue that is going on is we are unconsciously dividing the society into this men and female perspective, which is like I was saying, men are men and women are women. I get that, but it's like we have to also realize that if anything, like if there is any because there are different kinds of identity, gender identity, men, women, because of that psychology, which by the way is all socially driven. Like there's nothing concrete about all those things, male, female. It's all social construct. It's all like socially driven gender identities. Obviously, like I get it. Like men, as in physically with the reproductive system and all, and like testosterone and all that. I get that. Yeah, it's like I'm not stupid enough to not see it. yeah, obviously men have a penis and women have vagina and boobs. But the thing is, like, yeah, that's very rudimentary. I mean, if you're listening to me, I expect like that kind of information is something which a child can even tell. Like a man has a penis and a woman has a vagina. That's nothing. But the thing is, we are we are forgetting some a higher level of identity that every one of us have, regardless of gender, which is the human identity. What is above the gender identity? That is a human identity. Every single one of us, regardless of our nationality, regardless of our genders, any gender that we identify as, we are above that layer of identity. There's another layer of identity, which is our humanness, the human that we are. So why I'm bringing this and how I believe that this is where the problem lies with this whole men are failing to attract women is because, especially what I'm seeing in the Western societies, women are not putting any effort when it comes to this game of attraction, which it is. This is all a game of attraction. You fall in love, but prior to that falling in love phase, there's a phase of attraction, which is sexual attraction, basically, which is appears as this noble attraction. It's all it's all related to sex and sexual attraction, really. So what happens is, like in this prior phase, before the love phase, the falling in love phase, there's this attraction phase, and there's, like, I get that, like, female, like, in this game, women are supposed to, like, choose whichever male force, masculine force is more attractive, which comes off as more attractive. And obviously women are gonna choose from that hundreds of varieties of male attractions available in front of them. Women are just gonna choose one of them, whichever is the most attractive to her. But what, as a society and as women and men and human beings, we are failing to see is that, so I'm going to communicate with women here. Like, frankly speaking, like, this is more prevalent to Western societies. Like, I don't see this kind of thing, frankly speaking, doesn't happen that much in this problem of this men failing to attract women. This problem, yes, it exists in my own country, which is India, but it's not how you think it is. Like, in Western countries, I see there's so much pressure on men to be attractive to women, to be masculine, this hyper masculine person, which is prevalent here as well. Like, hyper masculine and alpha, quote unquote alphas, they attract women here too. That's true. But it's like, we have to understand, like, especially I'm communicating to the women here. What you don't see the problem is, like, when you're just in this game, in this playing this role of a woman, and you're just choosing, like, okay, so I got approached by 100 men, and obviously, like, most of them are so beta, right? And, like, I got approached by this charming, dashing guy and this alpha guy, which I find really attractive, which makes my pussy really wet, and I think this guy is the one. But especially, these are the women in their 20s, and even like 18-year-olds, and in their teens and their 20s. You're not really seeing what you're getting is yourself into here. What happens is that these men are not long-term partner eligible, frankly speaking. Because eligible, okay, sorry, wrong way to communicate here. Eligible or not eligible, it's a subjective thought process, I think. But I think that these kind of men they're gonna not satisfy you in the long run. Like, if you marry them, you're gonna be sorry that you did, frankly speaking, because what happens with these alphas is, right, so, like, women, listen to me, alpha men have access to so many women that they're gonna just forget about you. That's the truth. I mean, if you think like you're gonna have this alpha guy and he's gonna be your Prince Charming for the rest of your life, it just won't work because it's like these men they have access to so many women, and men are mostly like physical creatures, so they're gonna just lose attraction for you because they have so many alternatives that they just why will they care about you? Why will they like look at this from the alpha male, the guy, your Prince Charming? Look at it from that guy's perspective. Like he's gonna keep you, and he's gonna also keep some side women, and he's gonna like keep switching. Like our Mr. Famous. What is that guy who is our famous masculine coach, the most famous of them all? I forgot the name of that guy. Oh, that guy, Mr. Mr. Andrew Tate. Yeah, like Mr. Andrew Tate. Now, obviously, he's a douchebag, and I know that most women are not attracted, or high quality women are not attracted to some alpha like Andrew Tate. You're gonna obviously find some alpha who is also a good person. I get that. Like a tall, handsome guy with good physique, who is also a good person. To be honest, there are men. There are a lot of men out there who's like that. I don't know if there. Maybe there are. Yeah, there are a lot of them. But yeah, I mean, it's all good. Yeah, they're gonna be able to satisfy you, and yeah, they are husband material, boyfriend material. I get that. But see, those that perfect kind of man that you're looking for, the tall, handsome, charming, masculine, like masculine enough, physically strong enough, tall enough, and also like a good person in general. I think that's Ryan Gosling, and that's Ryan Gosling, and that's Glenn Powell, that's Brad Pitt, right? That's Shah Rukh Khan, even though Shah Rukh Khan is not tall enough. But my point is that there are not a lot of men like that. Just as there are not so many women there that's like looks like Priyanka Chopra, or looks like Kareena Kapoor, or looks like Alia Bhatt. Like if somebody has the personality and the physique and everything going on for them, like someone like a Brad Pitt kind of person, or your George Clooney, or that manly man, the men of men, they will choose someone. They will be looking for. Obviously, they will choose a woman who is physically really beautiful. Like you have to be really physically. That's just the fact. Like generally speaking, these men are gonna really go out for the physically most beautiful, the nines and tens, when it comes to women. So they're gonna go out for the Scarlett Johanssons. They're gonna go out for the Amy Adams. So yeah, you know how it goes. The problem is that most women, you are kind of overestimating yourself. Um, I don't mean to sound harsh. Like I don't really care if I sound harsh. My priority is to sound truth. Like I have to sound true. I have to be and take my discussion to the closest possible truth that is possible for me with my current level of intelligence, because otherwise I'm doing a disservice to myself. That is how the way I look at things, and the way I look at the world. So when it comes to this topic too, I have to just speak the truth, no matter how harsh or good that sounds, irrespective of how it sounds. And to you as a person, I have to just go out and speak the truth.